Hey everybody. Welcome to another DevFest event. Today we're going to talk about completing the, sorry, one moment please. Hey everybody. So today we're going to talk about the Attempt the Arc AGI challenge. Thank you all for coming. I'm still waiting here for Julep to join. They're going to join every minute now. I think it's going to be a very exciting event, again, around agents and AI. I myself attempt to do a few stuff with the agent last day, so it was like super fun. So if you are here, please say hi over the chat. Let me see your hands. So today we're going to do the event, and as always, I'm going to share with you now the link to the giveaway that will be by the end of the event. So let me all send it to you. One moment. So we have the new event. Okay, please go ahead and go to the doc, add all your details, like your GitHub handle. By the end of the event, all the winners will have a special screen inside the DevFest screen that they will be able to basically claim their swag and send it to their location, to their home. So just asking here, did all of you already start the Julep repository? If not, please go ahead and start it here. We also have a cool new bonus that will end after this event. Basically, if you star all the partners until 1 hour from now, you'll get we're doing a small giveaway tomorrow on Discord, so it will be fun. You can get like an extra swag basically. So please go ahead, start Julep. Also, they have a lot more new issues. So if you go over to Julep here, to the issues, you can find some very cool issues. Most of them are very easy because it's just like demos. So please go check it here. They also send some of their own swag. So, you know, if you compete in DevFest, you can get DevFest swag. You can get this swag from Julep, and you can also get swag from all the giveaway and stuff of the stars. So please make sure you go and do everything, basically. So I'm just going to wait 1-2 minutes. They should be joining in. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them until they come in. All whitelist repository or the bonus? No, only the bonus repo. You don't need to do the whitelist repository. There's a lot, and we're adding more and more on the time. It's only the one on the bonus page. If you have some question about DevFest, feel free to ask them now until the guys from Julep join. So until they come, just to not waste your time, let's go over the Julep repository. Just we can see some of the stuff that you can do with Julep. And actually, I would like to talk to you a little bit about agents, because I think agents is a very confusing topic, and everybody kind of like confused, like what the hell is agents? And if you are looking for the word agent, you'll see it's not so easy to understand what it is. And all right, here, they're here. So AD1.
Hey, I'm so sorry I'm late. I think I got something wrong in my calendar, but um,
We are already live, so everybody hear you.
yeah. I'm here. Let me share my screen.
And also, we can't see you, basically. So.
Let me I can't share my camera. Let me rejoin.
So until it joins again, basically agents are some kind of conditions to do different things, depends on the command. So I actually created something cool. I created a bot on Discord that's supposed to help people with support. So the bot so I have the bot, the support bot, and then basically I need to do something with the bot. So for example, I can tell the bot, go and tag the mods, or go and tag the user, or go and create a new message, and a lot of different stuff. So I just like created like one function with all this option inside, and I created an agent with all the rules of what I can do, basically. And then all I needed to do is just to do a function calling. And if you look today, let me even show you, it's kind of cool. I didn't use any special repository or anything. I just use OpenAI without anything. So look, it's actually pretty cool. So let me show it to you. So take a look at this, basically. Let me even make it a bit bigger. So what you can see here, can I make it? Okay. So what you can see here is basically, it says like this. You're a Discord support helper bot that works with a Discord API. You make sure support tickets are being answered by mods, close, and here is all the rules. Here you can pass to the bot, basically, your JSON file, your schema file, basically. And this is what you want the bot to return in JSON. And then you can literally just pass it to the function. So this is pretty cool. Okay, I see that Dwonk is here, so I'm going to put him back. And yeah, have fun. So I'm going away. Good luck, everybody.
Hey guys, sorry about this confusion. I am I'm back. So in today's event, I actually wanted to tackle a really cool challenge called ArcAGI using Julep. And let me first actually share my screen. Right. So Okay, so ArcAGI is short for Abstraction Reasoning Corpus for Artificial General Intelligence, and it is considered one of the few hallmark challenges that AGI should be able to beat, and currently is not. So, just to give you a sense of this challenge, if you've not seen this before, it's really cool, and I would highly encourage you guys to go and study it independently. But what this looks like is uh, okay. So this is actually a really difficult one. Let me pick an easier one. Okay. So for example, on the left you have task demonstration, which is basically um, some examples. In each challenge, there will be some examples that the intelligence system needs to mimic. So, for example, in this, you have these two pairs and then these two pairs. And the idea is that there's some pattern here that when you apply to the test input image, you should get the correct test output image. And the correct test output image is already known in this challenge. But so, for example, in this case, it seems kind of pretty obvious to me that the pattern is given these two um, dots, you sort of have to extend and connect, pardon me, those lines. So in this case, first we want to make the input grid size the same as the output grid size. And this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 by 11. Have submit, and this is the correct solution. So this is what we need to do with um, any AI solution. So the correct solution needs to somehow take these as examples, um, and input grid, figure out what the pattern is from the examples, apply it to the input grid to get the output grid. And this is considered the most difficult AI benchmark out there. There are 400, yeah, so there are 400 different train exercises which we are actually given the solution of. So this is the demonstration, input, and correct solution is actually known, and you can test it. Then there are 150 validation exercises whose solution is also given, and there are 150 exercises whose solution is not given, and that is basically kept hidden. So if you actually go to so you can actually submit your solutions here, and what your score is. The current highest score by any solution is, I think, around 55% or 50%. And anyone who gets 75% or more will get $1 million. So, yes, that's how important this problem is. As you can see, this is really not an easy like solution at all. So in this case, again, you sort of can see that this extends visually. Um, the red kind of dot extends visually outwards from the green one. But these kind of problems are actually really hard for AI systems to solve. So actually, first let's try this out with Claude to give you a sense of how difficult this can be. Okay. So the image shows 6 pairs of grids, each pair consisting of an input and output. The grids use black, green, red squares to create various shapes and patterns. Okay. So just as is, let's do so this is what it thinks the solution is. So if first of all the size is wrong, horribly, and clearly this is a wrong solution. And this is so, I mean, interesting that these models can't get this problem correctly because um, these are problems that it has seen before. So ArcAGI is not new. A lot of people, like this is actually, I think, around 10 years old. A lot of people have tried to solve it, written about it. The problems themselves are public. So the fact that even then it can't really solve these problems easily, that's showing you how some big weaknesses of language models that we don't really see in a day-to-day kind of expected uh, capabilities really. Just to give you a sense of, we have been making progress as a on this problem quite a bit. So let me actually add O1 mini here. No, I can't add images. Shit. In O1, right?
So until you do this, let me give some clarification for people in the chat because I'm not sure they fully understand what you're trying to do. So
Mm-hmm.
just to give you all like kind of like understanding, there's like two patterns, and with these two patterns, in the end, you need to create like a third pattern, basically, from the first two patterns. And in order to solve, like this is a complex problem to solve. I believe this is not a new one with AI, right? Like it's a very long
Yeah,
problem
this is not. This is
for
not.
AI. Yeah.
Yes.
So this is probably a problem that exists for a long time. You know, all this problem that P not equal NP and stuff like that. Things like are very, very, like when you try to solve this, probably it's like a crazy recursion without AI, something that is pretty CPU consumption and memory and something very heavy. And we're trying to solve this basically with AI, but not just AI. From what you're doing here, it's with LLMs, which is, I think it's actually more fit for like a machine learning kind of problem. But anyway, with LLMs, so far we've tried to solve this with Anthropic, with Claude, and the results were really bad, like not grid size, the wrong parameter and everything. Claude tried to solve it with vision, basically, like by looking at the picture and trying to understand what's going on. And now, can you maybe elaborate how you're trying to solve it yourself, basically?
Yep. 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 So let me actually quickly recap. So arcades, this problem, like it was said, is a classic problem, a classic challenge in computer science for AI systems. So classically, we have had, for example, challenging problems like NP hard space that Nevo mentioned, in which we do not know an algorithm that can solve it um, quickly, solve a problem quickly, and that is used as a benchmark for other companies and other like teams to try and beat that and try to make progress. This is a reasoning benchmark for AI. So Francois Chollet, the person who came up with this challenge, his claim is that like most people, these are difficult for people also, but most humans can look at these problems and reason and figure out what the pattern is, and that's an inherent form of reasoning that we have. But we can only call an AI system truly intelligent if they can do this basic kind of pattern matching. And so, as amazing as foundation models are, AI systems are, and ChatGPT and Claude and so on are, they're actually not able to do these kind of problems. So let me manually kind of solve one more so that you get a sense of what I'm talking about. So on the left here are these images. Um, Actually, the way this challenge is set up, these are actually matrices. So this is a matrix um, where where we are seeing black, this basically zeros. Where we are seeing green is 1, 2, 3, and red is 2, and so on. So this is just for people to look at, like humans to look at this visually and try to solve it. Um, but these are just plain matrices actually. So what Francois Cholet is saying, that can you, if you can come up with an AI system that you can give it in whatever form you like, and it's able to actually solve this problem. So let's take a crack at this one. So in this case, on the left you have these examples. On the very left is like the input. So if in this challenge, if the input is this, then the correct solution is this. If the input is this, then the correct solution is this. And you can kind of quickly see that what is happening here is somehow, whenever you have a red dot on one side of a green like column, it's basically extending from that side outwards until it forms a line. And not just that, it would basically keep that is interesting. Yeah, so it would basically keep a certain number of columns as padding. So, for example, in this case, the minimum padding is one, yeah, one extra green dot on the left of the red line, and one extra green dot on the right of the green line. Um, and
It's about how thick the green line is.
yeah. So however thick the extra green bars are, you kind of have to extend it. So same with this. So the correct solution would be, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and so you have 4 green lines here, 4 green lines here, and extended. So let's try to do this example manually. Um, so in these examples, the shape of the matrix does not change. So you have 20 by 20 grid. And this one's actually quite a broad one. So we have 5. Yep, that's actually the wrong solution. Um,
But I think people are getting what we're
got
trying
it.
to do. So basically,
Yeah.
first of all, you need to figure out the pattern in all the input and output from the left side. Then you just need to fulfill the middle pattern. Just put it on the screen and then just use the pattern from the left, from the input from the left side on the middle one to get the output of what you're supposed to get. And each one can be here. We kind of like understood that the red one's supposed to be continue until the end, and you need to have some padding of the green between each side. Another example can be something totally different. Maybe the red will go to the left and the green will go to the right, or something like that. So each example will be different, basically.
Yes, right. And let me actually pick the one that is somewhat easier. I mean, as you could see, these are like not, these are quite complex, um, like to solve even by hand. And if you can get an AI system to solve these, that's a really big deal. So actually, one thing that you can do is,
By the way, people ask if you can share the link. They also want to try to solve this thing.
yeah, I will share the links to both of these. I'll share the links to both this and the ArcAGI website. Yeah, and let me,
Can you give some context on what you're doing, basically?
yes. Um, so okay, so what I'm trying to do now is I'm gonna take some. So like I showed on in this example, uh, Claude, I shared an image with Claude and I was like, hey, what do you think the answer should be? Claude got it completely wrong. Just to give you an idea, let me zoom in a little bit. So, I mean, the funny thing is, couldn't solve it correctly either in time, but for Claude, it somehow thinks that the correct solution would be black, and then 1 is supposed to be green, and then 2 is supposed to be red. So you can see that this is really, really off the mark here. However, what I want to show is how OpenAI's new O1 model is actually a serious step forward, and it is able to solve not these problems completely, but at least make a decent amount of progress in it. And in order to show an example, unfortunately, O1 does not actually support images right now. So I would have to give it, you know, some kind of textual representation, which is what I'm trying to do.
I see
So
that you're
here
not
I'm.
using O1. You're using O1 Mini.
Yes, yes. Okay, so in this case, I don't know if you can, Neva, are you able to see the numbers clearly?
Yeah, it's all clear.
Awesome. So this is actually a rainfall pattern, in which you can see that if this is the input, all of these kind of just drop vertically. So if this is 1, 4, 4, 6, 9, the answer would be, if they were to kind of drop vertically down, um, then so on and so on. So let me actually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this into Claude. Okay. So according to Claude, the correct solution for this. So again, it gets the grid size incorrect. So it thinks it's 4 by 4, whereas the grid size does not actually change. So the grid size should be 5 by 5, and it should be like rainfall style, and it actually thinks it's 2, 3, 4, 5, which is completely off. Um, so let's try O1 Mini instead. So what's special about O1 series of models is that um, they do test time compute, which means like they will actually think carefully before answering. Trying to attempt an answer, like, which is very different from how Claude did. Like Claude did some chain of thought, but largely Claude was just came up with some answer and started to write down the answer from the get go, very, very like as it didn't spend a deliberative thinking, so to speak, critical thinking. Whereas O1 Mini tries to do that. And let's see what the answer it gets. So it actually gets the correct answer. So if I do. So this is the correct answer on the right. All the fives are, stacked down to 6, 4, 4, 3, and as you can see, Owen Mini gets this correctly. So what I want to do, even with the O1 series of models, RKGI is still a very difficult thing to beat. Unfortunately, so this is one of the easy sets, like I filtered out first. If we do a much harder one, so let's say, So this is a much, much harder one. In fact, it doesn't even fit. Let me try to get something. Okay. Yeah, this is also a pretty hard one. So now the goal is, okay, like given any random pattern, how do you create a prompt or create a series of prompts um, so that it can so that we can get O1 or Claude to try to solve this. Um, so I believe you guys must have already taken a look at Julep and have API keys. If not, you can go to uh, the README and actually click on participants and get your API key. Once you have that, so just as I'm showing here, ArcKit is actually available inside Julep, and you can like load these examples, turn these into prompts, and try to get models to solve this. O1 Mini is also available inside. Not everyone has access to O1 from the API, so O1 Mini is also available from inside Julep, and you can convert these challenges into prompts and try to solve yeah, ArcAGI. So I want to see. I would love to see how you guys try to solve it. Um, in this case, it thought for nearly 2 minutes because this is a much harder puzzle. And let me see if it gets it correct. Yeah, I know this. I couldn't get this correct. Yeah. Neighbor, so I'm gonna make the documentation available for how to use these from inside Arc and just sharing these links.
Devang, before we take questions, can we answer something for all the people who are listening, which is how do they use Julep to try to attempt our KGI?
Yes. So inside Julep, where you have these workflows, you can actually define a tool to load the Arc problems, and then you can actually write the prompts within it and try different strategies. So, for example, one strategy could be in the same um, session, so to speak, you like load up some problems and you tell O1 Mini to first only analyze it, not try to solve it, because if it immediately tries to solve it, then it gets things wrong. First, just analyze it, make notes, then have another prompt that says, okay, these are some notes. Can you verify that they're true? Keep repeating that loop until all of those are true. Once that once we have something that is that works, then you can actually tell it to try to answer come up with an answer and then check if the answer is correct or not. So these are the kind of things that you can do inside Julep, and you don't have to like um, you don't have to write any like complicated Python code for trying very, very different solutions, and you can come up with strategies and run them in parallel. So that's the idea. Yeah, cool.
If
So
you
I'm
have
gonna share.
OpenAI and you can use the O1 Mini, so the O1 Mini, if you put the prompt, it's telling
Yeah.
you every time what the agent is doing. So you can kind of like reverse engineer what they are doing with their O1 Mini stuff. But why it's only O1 Mini? Why you can do it with O1? I don't know, preview or the new one.
You can do it with O1 preview as well. O1 Mini tends to be faster, and so that's why I chose that for this demo.
Mhm.
O1 preview is slightly better at RKGI, but not by a huge margin. And but like the regular model Claude and GPT-4o, these fall flat on their faces. Like they really struggle to solve these problems.
And just to remind everybody that Julep giving you an API key that is already connected to ChatGPT, right? So for this
Yes.
entire event, if you want to play with O1 and O1 Mini with Julep, you can. You don't need to pay for this. You just need to use the Julep key, and that's it. You have access to OpenAI basically. If you
Yes.
thought
And
that you need to buy this.
yes, and O1 Mini is actually not available to regular API users right now. So that's actually a special access that we have for you guys.
Maybe you can also talk about like the prizes, like what happens if they manage to solve this thing.
So if you manage to really solve it, which would be amazing, there is a $1 million award for from RKGI organizers. But if you're able to write workflows that successfully run an O1, like solve even one challenge, we will be Julep is going to be like giving out special merch and gifts for that. So it would be really amazing if you can try this. This is a very fascinating um, challenge, as I'm sure you can see. So yes, we would be giving out merch for people who get at least one challenge to be solved by it.
Nice. Do you think you can? Did people try to fine tune a machine to do these kind of things? It didn't work.
The winning solution currently is basically someone who is tried to generate lots and lots of variations of RKGI using AI, and then fine tune a model to use that, and that gets around 50%. I think if you use plain GPT-4, it gets like 5% to 10%, something like that. So yes, it is very, very.
Even if they do like a very long thing, it's also not always solving 100%. Even if it's like a query that take like, I don't know, 10 minutes, it will not solve it in the end in some of the cases.
In most cases, no, it really struggles. I mean, to be honest, even I was having trouble with solving it. Um, as you saw, like I was able to solve one of them, but I wasn't able to solve another different one. Um, so it's difficult even for people, but people get around 80%, 90% right if you really put them to it.
What about non-LLM LLMs solution? Isn't it like better solution with just machine learning and stuff like that without LLMs?
No, this is actually a reasoning challenge. So there is really a machine learning system. So machine learning systems are good imitators. So they find imitation patterns, but they're not good reasoners. And like here, this is what the point of this exercise is, that can we prove if a system can reason like a person can do reasoning, and that's
Gotcha. Okay, cool. So, Guy, go ahead. Start Julep. Giving you the link again.
I'm sharing these links as well.
Yeah. So this is the link to Julep. Can you send it to me over Discord or something, or WhatsApp, something, so you can send it to people?
Yes. I will share these links with you.
You can, in the private chat of this thing, you can send me.
Yeah. I've shared the links with you, Neva.
So you can also see here, this is like a folder, right? Sorry, it's the interface. Oh, what is even on the screen? So you can go, but it's saying file not found. Because it's many links, and you did, 1 second, let me parse it somewhere. Okay, let me share it with you one by one. It's not pasting it right.
No, I think this one got mixed as well. Let me do that. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, I can do it like one by one. So there's this one. It's this one. This one. Okay, cool. So all links shared. Nice. Is there anything else you want to show everybody here before we go to the giveaway?
No, I think that's it.
All right, cool. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you, Neva. Thank you, guys.
All right, we are going back to the giveaways. So today we have 83 people submitted. I just want to remind you all that if you submitted yourself twice, and after I do the wheel, I find your name twice, I just disqualify you and move to the next one. So don't try to cheat the system, because it will just not work. And I already see here people that did it like multiple times. So I don't know why you do this. It's all being checked immediately. So waste of your time. So let me open the wheel for you. All right. So we have all the new names. I see some of the names twice. So yeah, you get promotion for having your name on the right, basically. So let's spin the wheel. Deepak 05082202. Let me just see that you're not duplicated in the file. Okay, only one time. So are you here with us, Deepak? 05082002. Okay, cool. So congratulations, marking you in the name, and I will explain again in the end how you can get your swag. Just stay until the end so you understand how to get the swag. Right. Next one. Okay, Ashish. Let me see that you on only one time. You can submit yourself. Okay, nice. Ashish 15, are you here with us? Ashish 15. Yes, no? All right, so I'm moving to the next person, basically. No answer. Okay, I'm removing you and all your instances because you submitted like a million times, so you're immediately disqualified. Next one. Let me see. This is a very unusual nickname. Let me see that you submitted only one. Let me open your GitHub so I can kind of like understand who it is. Okay, so Shivang Pandey, basically. 20 CE 02018. And the name on the chat should be Shivang Pandey. Is he here? Yes, no? All right. Next person. Okay, Rahul, Dave 2005. Let me see that you are only one time. Yeah. So Rahul, Dave 2005. Are you here with us? I think it's Rahul. I'm not sure. Rahul, Dave 2005. Are you here with us? Yes, no, no, yes. People say yes, he is here, but he is not answering. So not sure how I'm supposed to give somebody. Okay, congratulations. All right, I see you here also. So let me color your name also. Okay. Explanation how to get prizes. All of you that won, you have your GitHub handle. Your GitHub handle, for example, is Rahul Dave 2005. This is your GitHub handle. By the end, only in the end of the competition, there will be a special screen for you inside of DevFest that you can claim your swag and send it to your address. How do I know it's you? Because you logged in with GitHub. When you logged in with GitHub, I took your GitHub handle, the same handle that you just submitted here. So I cross them together, and then I know who you are in the system. And this is how you get swag in the end. I hope it was understandable. We will have 2 events giveaway for every event that we do in DevFest. So please go to all of them, be early, fill the form. You can win. It's not a big deal. Basically, there is less than, I think, 50 people submitted the event with all the duplicates. So it's a very high chance to win. So please don't miss the events. The next one. Congratulations, everybody. And I will see you again next week. And tomorrow also. Also, tomorrow we have the giveaway, a small giveaway for everybody that started all the repository until now. So we'll have it over the Discord, basically. So I'll see you all next week, except for that, and have a nice week, for some of you weekend. So I'll see you